Alright everybody, welcome back to another episode of Doom Days. Don't even know what number it is, don't care. Today I have set myself an impossible task. I'm going to try and get a usable sound out of a pedal that most people claim only has one decent sound. And it is a very non-usable, a very extreme sound. So what sound am I talking about? And what pedal am I talking about? I am talking about the Boss Hm-2, the immortal vintage Boss Hm-2. I'm sorry, there's some dude doing some fucking grinding in the background, which is kind of appropriate for this pedal. So now most people know this pedal, as you can see it right now, everything on 10. That's the sound, that's the Swedish death metal sound. I might do another video in the future where I go into the history of this pedal and kind of give my thoughts on, do I believe the hype? I mean, I own one, so to a certain degree. But yeah, I'm going to play through my Marshall. I'm going to get a Gretsch in standard tuning, so that's probably the least Swedish death metal guitar I could play. Try and get a non-Swedish death metal sound out of this pedal. Yeah, this is a Taiwan model. But yeah, I can talk about the discrepancies and the differences between the models at the end. But for now, let's get into the playing. I'm going to get my Gretsch, and we're going to fucking go. Alright, here's an Andy Martin. Here is my clean tone. So kind of dirty, clean. Let's see how it goes. We'll start off with the chainsaw sound and I'll go from there. That actually sounds really nice. I've never really mucked around because I've got the crunch setting engaged on the Marshall. I've never really mucked around with the crunch setting in this pedal. So at the end I'll switch it over to clean and we'll kind of see what it can do there. But yeah, let's keep going. What an unexpected sound to get out of this pedal. Actually works quite well. Anyway, let's I've been getting some really good sounds, some kind of, I guess you could say some more rock sounds. I've got the EQ completely flat on the amp, but let's switch over to the clean channel, and I think that's going to make my job a lot harder. Having a bit of crunch on the amp has made this way easier. Anyway. It's just the Gretsch that's working. This is gonna be so stupid. I want to try it with some single coils, but the only single coil guitar I have out at the moment is a Telecaster that's missing the low string. So I'm gonna grab it anyway. You're just gonna have to bear with me. It is missing a string. Playing it last night and the E string literally just unwound on me. Back to the crunch. Well, I don't know what most of that was. That was, maybe this video can be called Hm-2 Goes Dad Rock. I think that might be a good title, because I ended up playing a lot of like dad rock riffs. I don't know, that worked really well with the Gretsch. Didn't really work with my Telecaster, which is, I guess, to be expected. I mean, some of you watching probably already have figured this out, but I think the difference between the clean and the crunch channel is there's a difference in mids. And the clean channel has quite a scoop in the mids, whereas the crunch channel, because of the gain and the compression, it's kind of adding some more mid focus back in. That's even without changing the EQ. That's kind of the way it sounds to me, which is what I think might be going on. I think it sounded really cool with the Gretsch, not so much with the Telly, but I was getting some really cool sounds. Would I use it for any of those sounds? No, of course not. You wouldn't go, I need a kind of real kind of mid-gain overdrive. Yeah, I'm going to pick a Boss Hm-2. I mean, there's a reason it's only known for one sound, and there's a reason that's the only sound people use this pedal for. If you give me a moment. This is something I wanted to talk about at the end. I've got this bad boy. This is the Behringer Hm-2. Hm-300. This is the clone of the Hm-2. And even though I pissed off a lot of people on online when I posted in a Facebook group, Pedalboards of Actual Doom, that I preferred this one over the Hm-2 I have here, a lot of people were getting kind of annoyed. It's like, well, why do you have it? I'll take your Hm-2 then. But this one is just more usable for some reason. But I think it might not necessarily be an issue with Hm-2s overall. I think it's an issue with my one. I think I may have just gotten a bit of a dodge. Not that it's broken. I've heard that it's the year that's you got to get the older ones, the ones closer to the, was it the 83, I think is when it started. You've got to get like 83 made in Japan, whereas this is like a towards the end of the run made in Taiwan model. And of course the Japanese ones are more expensive, which is why I have a Taiwanese one, because I'm not made money. So I got one that was cheap just because I wanted to try out a real deal. But some people say the Japanese ones sound better. But then I've also heard that there's so much difference in models coming out of, from the same year, that there's as much difference in the models, different models from the same year as there is in different models from different years. It's just one of those things where it's just like, some are dodge, some are good. You get a, it's not, I don't know how to explain it. Every single Hm-2 isn't going to sound exactly the same. Sometimes you just get that golden one that just happens to sound really, really good. And unfortunately, I don't think this is one of them. I think this might be a slightly kind of, it's not bad. And maybe I'm wrong. I mean, maybe I just need to play through more Hm-2s and just get used to the sound. Maybe this doesn't sound as much like a Hm-2 as I initially thought. But I can get lots of other usable sounds out of this pedal. Compared to the heavy metal. It's just something, I've heard some demos online, but maybe it's the amp, maybe it's because I was running it into a super duper clean amp and not into a gainy amp or a crunchy amp. You never know, but this sounds better into a clean amp, but that definitely has some cool sounds. If you want to see me make a video on the kind of the impact the Hm-2 has had on the guitar community and the heavy music community and the extreme music community, and kind of where it sits now, and is it really worth it? Does it really live up to the hype? Kind of a look at all that business, how it is, is it worth, getting involved in the whole vintage pedal business? Then let me know in the comments and I will do my best to do that. If not, please enjoy this video, leave a like if you enjoyed, please subscribe, follow me on Instagram at Carl_not_Brendan. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.